Hello, Soul Light. It's wonderful to connect with you each week and sometimes more. I really do appreciate you, and I'm just really so honored to be walking these steps of soul alignment, transformation, and empowerment with you. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Michelle and welcome. So this week we're going to be looking at the soul alignment. Where are you at in your awakening and soul alignment? This will be a pick a card. As always, it's time-stamped in the description box below, so you can skip ahead if you'd like to. But we're going to be looking at where are you at. Are you dweller on the threshold, initiate, a disciple? Where are you at on the cross? And I'm going to explain a little bit about that. So every level of awakening, we are like on this spiral. And so you might find that you're having similar experiences that you had before, but maybe you're handling it differently, or you're seeing something differently. Maybe you're feeling more just awake to what's actually going on. Maybe you feel more aware, more intuitive. Maybe you feel more empathic. Maybe you feel more understanding. Maybe you feel like you're getting more of the metaphysical or spiritualist point of view, that you're seeing the interconnectedness of everything and everyone. Maybe you're on the path of conscious creation, where you're moving more into the creator aspect of your being and less at effect, which we call being causal. You're moving into the cause point, recognizing, realizing, and activating that creator energy seamlessly from source energy. So there's a lot of ways that our awakenings manifest. That's why my podcast is called Awakenings with Michele Meiche. It's plural, because there's awakenings happening in all areas, all sectors of life. Intuitively, spiritually, awakening to the soul. That's what soul awakening is. It isn't the soul awakening to us. It's the personality and the structures on the earth plane awakening to the soul. And there are soul awakenings in everything. All systems are encoded for this awakening. Now, will everyone awaken to the same degree? No. Will everyone heal? No, not necessarily. It's not. People are at different levels, at different radiuses of energy, different complex of vibrational frequencies, different harmonics and octaves of the energy and of soul expression. Some people actually are not connected to their soul, or there's a broken link. Some people aren't meant to have a soul connection, or a deep soul connection. So whatever is here on the planet is needed and necessary, is here because there's a vibrational correspondence. That's the law of correspondence and resonance. We don't have anything on the planet, in fact, in the whole universe, nothing is, here that is not needed and necessary. There's no extra. Even when we cross over, that energy, that template is subsumed, but there still is a holographic image, or what we may call even a memory of whatever has crossed over and been subsumed into the all that is, into, you could call God, innate intelligence, infinite intelligence of the all that is, source energies, the universe, however you want to look at it. So with so many people awakening, and the awakening process being really more to the forefront, and also the idea of the soul, people wanting to understand their soul more and get to their soul signature frequency and their soul blueprint, I thought it would be good to do this reading. So one thing I wanted to explain is that, I'm going to draw this actually, metaphysically, we have what we call the cross or fixed cross. And I remember years ago doing a metaphysical workshop, and I was talking about the cross, and some people that were not Christian or Catholic were very offended because they said the cross had to do with Jesus. Well, it doesn't. The uneven cross does, but not the metaphysical cross. I'm going to just explain the difference. So we have a cross, my little drawing here, where, hope you can see this. So that's what we call the uneven cross. And why is that? That's because the horizontal line has to do with the mundane world, the earth plane, the physical realm. Things to do with, secular or personal love, money, attainment, goals, anything that has to do with mundane living, getting a job, going for a career. And the vertical line is longer because that has to do with spirit, or as above is so below, and it manifests through the horizontal realm. So in some traditions, Catholic is one, Christian, which Catholic came from Christianity, that's the unequal cross, because it was seen that there was more importance for the spirit realm, for spirit, for God, for the way of spirit, okay? And that somehow the earth plane was less than, right? Now we have metaphysically, we have the equal cross. And the equal cross says, again, as above is so below, but it gives importance to both. In the equal cross, in metaphysics and esotericism and spiritualism, we look at that everything is infused with consciousness. Everything comes from one source. Everything is spirit. And on the earth plane, it's spirit in form. So that's the difference between more of a religious point of view and a metaphysical point of view. Neither one is better or not. I mean, I would wear a cross, but I don't see it as that. So again, it just depends on somebody's interpretation and their intention of how they're interpreting. But for this, when I'm doing the reading and I'm talking about the cross, it's the fixed cross, which means that everything that is here on this earth plane is spirit in form, is in manifested form, that we are consciousness made manifest. We are consciousness or source energies in manifested form, and the soul is the blueprint of this vibrationally. Okay, so the blueprint, all that we need, this is why esoterically and in spiritualism it is seen the soul is whole, perfect, and complete. Everything you need, all your answers, everything is there. Now, I know when we incarnate, on the earth plane, we feel something is missing, that there's some kind of lack. And that's part of the conditioning and socialization. And in the old paradigm, the whole idea of, instead of separating out from source energies, there's a cutting off, that we were cut off. We were banished, and that we're cut off from source. We're cut off. And some people feel that way, right? You know when you feel cut off, or some people don't have a soul connection or connection to a great inner world or their higher self. And so it can feel like they're cut off. They're cut off from life, that things are constantly happening to them, but they're not in partnership with the divine. They're not in partnership with the all that is, the universe or nature. And that's a different path. So we're going to look at today what you are aligning to, where you are at in your process of awakening and soul alignment, or where you're at in the ascension process. What's ascension just simply means rising out of the extremes of the polarity plane, or extremes of duality. Now, we do have duality on this earth plane: electrical, magnetic, masculine energies, feminine energies, and everything in between, right? So everything is on a spectrum. Now, to create, there has to be at least two polarities. You get the idea, but then you have to put it in form, or you have to create it. You get the great idea, you have to put action to it. So the idea that comes through, that marinates that birth process, is feminine energy. But when I put it in form, like when I put this video, it's in form, like what I'm downloading and what I'm sharing with you is very much the feminine process. I'm just opening to receive the input and sharing that with you. And the video puts it into some kind of form. Even just talking and sharing this way is already even putting it into form. So the masculine aspect of us likes to have things in form and to put it out there into the world. And the feminine is very much about the fertility, the abundance, and the birthing process. But then what do we do with the abundance? And that's, again, it has to do with the masculine. And of course, in the tarot, the two archetypes that represent that the archetypal energies are the Emperor and the Empress. That's why it's such a great match. You know, we have that within us. That is the lovers coming together. It's said that the Emperor and Empress coming together in a harmonized form and flow is the Holy Grail. And that Holy Grail is our creative aspect of being. The recognizing, the realizing, and living from the creative aspect of our being, that we are creators of this reality, partial reality, even though there is a mainstream reality or race consciousness, humankind consciousness, but that we do have the power and the ability, the talent, the gift within to create and to change the reality, to change the narrative, not just in our personal lives, but in the collective. So not just in our individual lives, but also in the collective. We're that powerful. So we do make a difference. What we think, what we do, what we intend, we do make a difference in the collective as well as our own individual lives, because we are the creator beings. We're the creator cells of the universe. All right, so if you jump ahead, that's fine. I'm going to pause the video here so that you can take a look at the cards a bit more, and then we'll dive into the readings. This will be soul story number 1, soul story number 2, and soul story number 3. Hi, soul story number 1. If you chose this stack, this is your reading. Okay, so we've got spring, see your seeds grow. High Priestess, harness mystic power. Capricorn, the energy around you is serious, materialistic, and hardworking. It bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. And I have to tell you, I had to re-record this one for some reason. I don't know if I accidentally deleted it or what happened. But it was really interesting, because as I started closing my eyes and tuning in, picking the cards that would go in the reading, and just being led, I kept getting a lot to do with creativity, creative projects, builders, that you've come here to create something, to build something. So let's see where you are in your awakening. Lightheartedness. It's time for you to let your inner child out to play. Crossroads. A new business adventure, project, or career is currently in the works for you. Now, what's really interesting, as I'm pulling these cards, I'm getting a lot of visions, a lot of images of other lifetimes, other dimensional lives, planetary lives. I'm definitely getting the woman in the white robes or Atlantean times with you. Could be man in the white robes, but the healing robes, maybe working with crystals or sound. You might even be very sensitive to sound, even maybe light. You're very sensitive to outer influences. Okay, you got crossroads. I'm gonna put that up there. And you got lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. You're really in a transformational process of awakening, I feel. I feel a little, let's see how this unfolds, because I feel some of you are newly awakening. I feel like some of you have been awake for a while and are in the process of awakening more and more. That now you're feeling like you really need to do something with this new level of consciousness and awareness that you have. You want to do more in the world, the outer world. And you're meant to. So many of you are actually, for sure, disciples. You have a spiritual discipline, or you're just getting it. See, so some of you are newly awakening, and some of you are awakening to your path, perhaps your soul gifts, your soul purpose. There's a deeper level of awakening where I feel like you really want to dive in and understand about spirit, spirituality, your soul, mysticism, the occult, the inner workings of the world and the inner workings of the universe, universal laws. It's a great interest of you, and I feel it's sparking something new. You could look at this card. Although the person's looking out, I feel like you're looking beyond the surface now. There's really something guiding you, kind of pushing you to go deeper in and further out with your work. Guardian of the soul family. You've always been the guardian, you've been the intermediary, you've been the helper, some of you have been the codependent, maybe you've enabled in the past, but you've always wanted to do the right thing by other people. You've been very interested in helping people and healing, assisting people, not only on the path, but in life, in the world. Devotion to the small. It's the small things, the details, but the small. Children, animal beings, those that are more vulnerable than you. You're really guiding. I keep getting drawn to this High Priestess card. It's like harnessing the mystical powers, but I also see this as like the shepherd. Like your words help people, or they guide people. Maybe they soothe people or nurture people. People look up to you, or there's a certain group, maybe you're a certain expert in your field. Divine flow. Eventually one sublime desire takes precedence over all others, to follow the Tao, the divine flow at all costs. That's what you're learning on your path right now. Is that everything, including you, comes from the divine and is divine, and that there is this flow. So many of you are finding yourselves in a crossroads in your life path right now. Whenever you're watching this, this is a timeless reading, but if you're watching this right when I'm filming this, which is the end, mid-February, there could be some changes in the springtime. Some things that you planted may sprout. I definitely feel for you that your focus is about projects, creativity, doing things in the world where you're assisting or helping others, or the work that you do, or the music, the creativity, the art, how you manage people, how you take care of people. Most of you may feel a calling to create something new in the world. Maybe you're creating a new way of working, or a hybrid job or hybrid career where you're mixing something you used to do in the past with what you've learned over the last few years. The last 3 to 4 years would be maybe 3 to 5 for some of you. 3 to 4, 3 to 5 years would be very important, very pivotal. So you're really getting to know yourself in the awakening process. I definitely feel that it's about getting lighter in what you're doing. Maybe some of you have very kind of serious jobs, or that could be even in health field or something where it's quite weighty on you, or what you do could change, could have consequences, is what I'm hearing. So you're very careful about what you put out in the world, or how you're seen, or how you want to be seen. You definitely have a group, if you haven't connected yet, a community that's there for you or waiting for you. Working with groups and communities is very important for you. You may even have a family, is what I'm hearing. But this is beyond just your immediate family, or personal family, is what I'm hearing. Let's see, the crossroads, new career, new pathway. But work, you came here to work, whatever field you're in. It's about bringing the new emerging consciousness through your actions, your deeds, your thoughts, your responses to people. It's about bringing the new emerging consciousness in all that you do. And so as more of it emerges through you as you, and you up level, I feel like many of you are going to be reaching a lot of people. So you really do help people. You really are here to assist humanity in your relative field in your own way, is what I'm hearing. Looking at the stars could be very beneficial. I do see some of you out there looking at the stars or connecting at night. Some of you may even hike at night. You go out at night. I do feel some of you could be in a more rural area, or there's an area where there's just not a lot of traffic, but also not a lot of street lights. And that really helps you to get outside and just look at the stars, be with the stars. You know, be in nature, looking at the stars, looking at the sky. It can be very centering and balancing for you, but I also feel like you may get ideas or inspired even at night, and write it down, and then during the day you decide, okay, I'm going to act upon this. I'm going to do this. So I feel like you've gone through initiations of different levels, but I do feel this is more of an advanced group, that you may be newly awakening to another level of you, but you've had a level of awareness. Also, there could be it could have been in the past some mental emotional disturbances or locked in your mind, maybe more of a left brain, emphasized left hemisphere of the brain, more masculine, maybe do, a lot of movement. So you're learning perhaps how not to have to overdo and have this constant movement where you're going more within and getting into your own personal flow and aligning more to the divine flow is what I'm hearing. You're very interested in the magic and the mystery of life. So one group I do feel is, not a lot of you I feel, but there is a group that is newly awakening. And I do feel it could be through an interest either in like the occult or astrology, even tarot readings like this. You've been doing your own studying. Some of you started awakening and then life got in the way. There was other things that you had to do. So your inner world or inner work kind of got put on hold, but you're going back into it is what I'm hearing. And so I would definitely say initiate to disciple is what I'm getting. Okay, let's see what else. Knave of Swords. Knight of Swords. Remember I said a lot with the mind, the mental. There could have been mental disturbances, mental, emotional, or you might have been overthinking. Ooh, Three of Swords. Yeah, and that you went through something. Okay, let's look and see. The Tower. The Hermit. Got some Pluto, Uranus energy here. Virgo. Libra. There's something a lot about communication, needing to speak up or speak your truth. Knave of Wands. So a lot of knaves. So this is what's telling me. Knave. Yeah, you're at a new level. So if you are deciding, it's very new. You are just now starting to make decision. I see what Spirit's saying. Okay, I get it. So yes, some of you initiates the disciples. So you got initiated through life, maybe through some tragedy, some trauma. Some of you through curiosity, but then the trauma that happened. And so your spiritual practice is greatly helping you. Maybe some of you are even on a soul path, or you're connecting more to your soul, you're understanding your heart more, attuning to your heart, you're understanding your whole body-mind system better. But with these this is at beginning stages with the knave, two knaves, and then the knight. So there's new insight, new direction. You're at a crossroads where you can't live like you used to live. You have to bring in more of your spiritual understanding, the mystical, the occult. The high priestess here, harness the mystical powers. So you're starting to use this more in your life now. Oh, another one. I can't believe it. All these knights and two names. Knight of Wands, insight, flashes. Some of you could be moving or have moved, and now you're getting things together. So this part of your path, what I want to share with you, it is a time of momentum and moving, where things are coming more together and you're starting to do your life differently. You're doing your life more from the spiritual perspective, aligning through to your higher self, connecting to your soul, living more soul-fueled, spirit-led, letting the divine flow of life, spirit, guide you. And I feel like family is really important to you, community, working within groups. You're definitely here to manifest and experience success on many levels, and also financial, monetary level. So it's almost like in business. I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs or business people, you're here to manifest the higher consciousness, the divine consciousness in business. We could call this the soul of business or spiritual business. I think there's a book, Marc Allen, who started New World Publishing. He was partnered with Shakti Gawain. I believe he has a book called Spiritual Business, maybe Spiritual Entrepreneur or Spiritual Business. You may want to check that out, because I feel like you're bringing a different consciousness, a different level of awareness and consciousness to the business world. Oh my gosh, look at this. You got Soul Tribe and Soul Family. So many of you really searching, you're finding your group. And it's going to be in your business life too, your public life too. Okay, it's not just personal, or it's like you're really going to be living by these principles that you believe in. Then you've got evaluate, reevaluate, time off, tune within, take time, go within, patience. Well, that's what you're learning. You don't have to have all the answers on the ego level. Don't have to know it all. You follow the flow, the divine flow, unfolding through you as you, connecting into your higher self, or expanding into your higher self to connect to your soul. Some of you could be taking time off to decide, maybe you left something, a job, a career, decisions. So for many of you, there's going to be this reflecting time before you make bigger decisions. All right, I hope that brought some insight and understanding to you. I just feel your mantra, your Soul Insights mantra is, I am aligned to the divine flow through my life, and I'm expressing and experiencing through my soul in my life. That's a big one for you. It's all about the soul. It's all about your being more and more authentic and genuinely you, and expressing and experiencing that in all parts of your life, especially for business, career. It's like you're not going to be hiding this part of you anymore. Many may even see you as very wise. All right, I hope this resonated, and if you did, I'd love for you to comment. Please give a thumbs up and share the video if you feel that others will benefit. Take good care, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, soul story number 2. This is your reading. These are the cards you chose. I'm going to be looking at the stage of awakening that you're in and soul alignment. The more awakening, the more soul alignment, potential and possibility. You've got have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. Water guardian, connect with your emotions. Endless possibilities. Look at that. Yes, endless possibility. Connect with your emotions, your energy and motion. And seeing beyond. Okay, I definitely get star brother, sister, star seed, star family, community. I definitely get that you've been here before and that you're feeling now is the right time. Look at this, stars too. Now is the right time. Or is it? Maybe some of you are asking, is it the right time to do what I want to do or share my gifts or go to my own next level, whatever that is for you. You're definitely beyond dweller on the threshold. I feel you've been here many times. You probably are a little bit weary right now. I feel you are. I'm getting you're a disciple on the path, which you are disciplined with your spiritual routine, spiritual regime, whatever that you do, meditation, spiritual practice, spiritual principles. You're quite aware of what you're doing here. You're quite intuitive. Many of you are very psychic. Many of you are doing a lot with visualization, but you've just gotten a little weary. You are in a latter stage of soul alignment and awakening. You're quite awake, very aware. Some of you could have children or work with children, or you could have also been very aware as a child, even as an infant. And so you're being asked to have faith in your dreams, and yet you're not alone. Spirit wants you to know that you're not alone. Many of you work with a spirit team or one spirit guide, for sure, for many of you. Could even be angelic realm or guardian angel. You definitely know that you're taken care of. You're just a bit weary. You're a bit tired, and really ready for a breakthrough is what I'm hearing. But you're definitely in the latter stages of awakening. You are definitely a disciple. I do feel that you're on what we call the cardinal cross. So this is about you initiating action in the world. You've probably felt like you've been in the trenches for a while. Like you probably felt like at one point you had a lot of choice. There was a lot of different things that you were able to do and kind of call the shots. Then you felt like, oh my God, spirit has really taken over, my higher self. Like certain things that you wanted to do, you couldn't do, or you just didn't feel like doing it anymore. It lost its taste. You lost the energy for it. You lost the drive for certain things, or you may really feel that your life is not your own. Like certain things happen, certain ways things unfold. It's like there is this plan, there is this destiny that you're following through on. This is very powerful, that there's this destiny, that you're just awakening to the destiny and following through on the destiny. So you've awakened to that, and that's what puts you into the realm where you're responding less and less from your ego or personality. You're really, the personality is starting to fuse with your soul, where you feel like you have something great to do, a mission, something to accomplish. Wow, this is a lot. So let's get some planetary information. But you need to connect with your emotions and the earth part of you. So some of you may have trouble or difficulty just seeing what's going on Earth, or why can't people get it, or why are we still going, in the same cycle, what's going on. So patience is part of the awakening for you. Patience for those that may see things differently or don't see things as aware or awake or openly. I keep hearing open, because you see beyond what's happening. You see beyond external situations or surface situations. Okay, Virgo energy. The energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, and humble, with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. So Virgo. So I feel, combined with this water guardian, the thing that you have to do now in this stage of your awakening and soul alignment is be led more by joy. Some of you are wanting to do things that may seem less like service, right? And some of you are wondering, well, is that okay to do that? But yes, you're really, you're being asked to see beyond the mundane, and or bring the spiritual, bring the awareness of the soul, this higher energy that you have, this higher vibrational frequency, this awareness that you have, bring it into your everyday living more. Now, some of you are already doing this, but you need to do it even more. And this is about planting those seeds for your dream. But you're clearly getting the seeds and the visions from your soul. They're coming from a higher dimensional aspect of you. These visions you have, this inspiration, this insight, is coming from spirit and or the spirit realm, from your higher self, your soul. So you're getting messages of possibilities that are beyond what you did before, what you've even envisioned. Now, some of you may have remembered these from dreams from a small child. So it's, in a way, how do you live with this higher frequency energy and this seeing beyond the surface, seeing where we're going, seeing what's underneath, and still get along and fit in. So that's, yeah. Okay, I don't know if we need, I'll take them. I wasn't going to take them, but I feel, but this explain, oh, that's it. Okay, thank you. There was two. I knew there was two. The first card, you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Well, that's it. See, you're not for everyone. You see things very differently. You see beyond the mundane. You don't want to get caught up in that. You have a bigger vision. You have to hold the faith and also know that not everyone is going to understand you. You're at a higher level of awakening, and you're in a higher level and degree of soul alignment. You've really been attuning to your heart. You've healed a lot emotionally. And so you are, attuning more to your heart, aligning to your soul. You have a different outlook and a different vision than many people that are around you, and definitely than the mainstream world. Oh my God. Okay, soul story number 2. Are you ready? I remember. Soul plan. The fated life versus the destiny life. Through fate, through a succession of situations, you're aligning to your destiny. Only thing is, you have to remember to connect into your emotions and do more of what emotionally fulfills you. Some of you may need to do emotional healing work or repatterning, or there may be something there, but I'm hearing your emotions are key. If you feel really good about something, uplifted, inspired, you feel like, oh my God, this is so fun, then you need to do that. If something's emotionally draining for you, yeah. So this is it. You're connecting to your destiny. You're not for everyone. You have a destiny. You have a specific destiny. Soul story number 2. Specific destiny. Yeah. And so you are aligning to that now. No matter what age, stage you are, this level of the awakening, you can't go back. You see endless possibilities. A lot of you are going to be getting a lot of abundance, is what I'm hearing, in different forms. It could even be financial, because you have some things to furnish somebody. So I don't know. There's something that you have to furnish, or there's something you need to do. It could be starting a business. Could be living elsewhere. Yeah, different move. Oh yeah, there we go. What did I say about money? So you've got the 1 of Pentacles here. So this is again about things that you've planted, things that you've done. They're now sprouting with the higher vibrational frequency. You're going to have a lot more synchronicities. Meeting the right people at the right time, just being guided where to be, what to do. That's where you're living from. You're living from the third eye and the soul star chakra. You're living from the 6th chakra. So very important for you. Meditation, tuning in, connecting to the 6th chakra, visualizing. 8, a lot of work to do. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's a lot with work. You could be doing different things in your business, making changes there. There's going to be a lot of abundance coming in for you So just have faith in your dreams, keep to your path. You can't really get out of where you are anyway. You've been feeling that, like, oh my God, if something's not meant to be, it's just not happening for me. 7 of Swords. That has to do with you're not for everyone. So some of you are feeling like I have to strategize a bit, or I can't say everything I think or feel or what I see or what I'm working on. That's fine. That's fine. 9 of Pentacles. So you've got the 1 of Pentacles, the 8, and now the 9. 10 of Wands. And the Emperor. What did I tell you about business? A lot of you could be spiritual entrepreneurs, soul entrepreneurs. It doesn't even matter if you're working for someone else, you're bringing this consciousness in. Consciousness is an inside job. And 2 of Swords. So make sure you spend enough time with your higher self, meditating, communing with the divine, connecting in with your spirit team, your spirit guides, just being with spirit. Now, being in nature helps, walking helps, yoga, all of that, but really just contemplating, even journaling out what you've been going through emotionally, and then connecting in spiritually, connecting in with your spirit. But yeah, you're not going to be for everyone. So that's the next level, is that you're not even going to be trying to fit in if you don't fit in. If you have a different opinion, a lot of you may just walk away from things or situations like, okay, this isn't working, or they don't get me. Okay, you got 2 here. You got use your spiritual tools, life path healing. Well, that's it. You're using your spiritual tools in everyday life and living. You're going to have to do that. And you've got new pathway, opportunity, soul growth expressed in your life. Well, this is all about now expressing those endless possibilities. You're activating the soul plan. Where you are now in your awakening is activating the soul plan. So you are really being guided by your soul. You're connecting in through your higher self. This is about destiny. This is about living out your destiny in a much, much larger way, much more fulfilling way. Some of you are going to be working with the collective, with some small groups, some of you very large groups, key positions. A lot of you, there may be different courses, classes, content, something that you're putting out there in the world. But definitely you're taking care of, Spirit is saying, you are taking care of, you're on the right track. Your soul is coming through more and more seamlessly. But you do shine. I mean, your light does shine. Look at these 2 cards. This, to me, sums it up, these 2 cards. So if you can just kind of get that, yeah, of course, some people aren't going to get you, or aren't going to understand why you do certain things or say what you say, right? But you're not for everyone, but you're for the right one. Okay? You're not for everyone, but you're for the right one. That's important to know. Okay. I'm connecting to source energies and being guided through my soul plan. That's it. That's your soul awakening mantra. I'm connecting to source energies and I am being guided through my soul plan. So you're being guided through all of it. This part just requires more faith or connecting in also with the 6th chakra. That vision that you've been dreaming up, you've been manifesting, it's on the etheric, it's about to manifest into the denser physical form on earth. All right, beautiful, radiant lights. Thank you so much for the honor of connecting in with you and tuning in for you. I'd love it if you let me know how this resonates for you in the comments. And I hope to see you next time. Take good care. Hi, soul story number 3. You chose these cards. This is your reading. Open to discovery. Let it go. Hunter, track down your fears and desires. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Okay, let's see, what else do I want? I'm getting a little bit of both here. I'm getting dweller on the threshold, that some of you are about to embark more on a spiritual path of the soul alignment and awakening. That's for a few of you. There's something that you're letting go from your past or past upbringing. Some of you are, and that's for a small part of you that are, and it's said metaphysically, don't stay too long wondering which way to go. So some of you are should I really do this? Should I go on this path? Is this the right path for me? You're doing a lot of deep healing work and really being supported. Now, the next group, and I feel that's a small group. We'll see if more is revealed in the reading. For a larger part of you, I feel you're initiates. The stage of awakening that you're in is you are coming into the soul light, where you're healing on the ego level and the personality, and getting more and more aware of your soul and how to integrate your soul more. And so there is this great awakening. You're opening to discovery. And a lot of that discovery is about you. You're discovering deeper levels of yourself, more exalted, expanded aspects of you, desires, things that I never thought I want to do this, or I want to do that, or I always thought I couldn't do this. So you're really opening up to the fullness of you. Now you are on the mutable cross, so there's a lot that's changing right now in your life. And I feel like this is a guide that's working with you that says, I would say, work through your fears, be aware of your fears, but start focusing more on your desires. Let go the fear, feel the fear and do it anyway, that saying. So, they're acknowledging, this guide is acknowledging that your hard work is paying off. You've been working really hard on something, yourself, relationship, something. Many of you, it's yourself. You've been working really hard on your life to get it to a place that it feels more like you, that it's for you, that the life is more for you. So it's like you have to track things down, but it's like Spirit is saying, but let go of having to do it with so much effort. Yes, there has to be persistent effort. There has to be perseverance. That it doesn't have to be hard. Sometimes you just try things, track it down, and then let it go and move on to something else, and then see if it comes back around, or you get a second wind, right? Or you get a second opinion or a third opinion, or you know what I'm saying? Or maybe you have to rest more, and then you go back to what it is that you're focused on. So you're really learning to focus more on your the inner you, the soul aspect of you. Connecting more to your higher self. Maybe it's through meditation, guided imagery, where you get to that place that feels right. It feels comfortable. It feels, this is like spirit. I can feel this part of me. You're really starting to connect more with that part of you. So there's a lot of inner discovery for you, soul story number 3. And there could be, for some of you, feeling like, oh my God, I've got this, really, do we want to do all those? Let's see. I really feel like there's this part that's like, I want to go for it now. I want to make it happen. And that's good. You just don't want to get too caught up in that. You want source energies, that is you, the creator aspect of you, to come through more, to make it a bit easier for you, whatever that means, to give some more ease, so that you're not always pushing, that you're pushing and then letting it come to you. But a lot of you, there is a lot of work, so I get it. Their hard work is paying off. There is work to be done. There is hard work. But I guess knowing when to either ask for help or support, or sometimes when we let things go, it's then presented to us. It bounces back. It's like our effort, our putting in the time, the energy, and the effort, and then the text comes in, the call comes in, something, then what it is that we needed or wanted comes in. So for you, it's learning to allow the space. Within nothing, there is everything. Well, that's the void. You're learning to connect in more with the void, the potential, the opportunity. Even in the new moon, there's a void. It's the divine feminine. It's the cosmic egg. Cosmic womb, the womb of Mother Earth. Oh, the cloak. So being willing to shroud yourself, protect your energy, to go within, being willing to go within and connect in more to the heart center. So you're learning how to do that more. And every time you do that, you peel another layer off and you connect more with your soul. So this is a very important part, because it's like you're being asked to be ambitious. You're being asked to be focused. You're being asked to go for it. But it's how you do that that's changing. And that's a big part of your initiation. That's a big part of this awakening, is that it's like you're letting spirit soul do it. How do you let that part of you do more? So a lot to do with trust here. A lot to do with trust. Oh, this is beautiful. Your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative, accountability. So don't fear the blank canvas, soul story number 3. You're designing your life. You're opening up to possibilities. You're opening up to discovery. Discovery what's around you. Discovery what's within you. So for some of you, this part of your awakening is you're working on your gifts. You're working on manifesting a reality that is based on this next level of soul alignment and awakening for you. Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down. See, time in nature. That's what I'm saying. It's old paradigm. That's why you're just in the beginning of this part of the awakening. You're initiate. You're being initiated into this. And so it is new to you. So slowing down doesn't mean that you're giving up or that you're slacking. It's part of the process. Baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. Well, that's the hunter. The hunter uses his senses. It's the masculine. Doesn't matter if it's a female hunter or male hunter, but it's the feminine aspect of feeling and intuiting, and then following in that. The following, the action, is the masculine aspect of you. So it's sensing where you need to go, following through on that hunch, and taking baby steps. And that's also Capricorn. The little billy goat takes big steps. The billy goat does not gallop. I've not ever seen a billy goat gallop. So it's the steps that are there. You just have to keep following through on those steps. Called, soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Well, that's what I said. Initiate. You're learning something new. Soul story number 3. You're being initiated into this next level of awakening, this next stage. It's letting go to the soul. It's letting go to your higher self. It's letting go to the higher frequency of you. It's letting go to the version of you that is emerging through you as you. The new version from the soul that is coming through. It's all you. It just doesn't feel familiar, but it's all you. It's just aspects or parts of you. And then what's going to happen is more of these parts of you are going to be seen together more. It's like learning something new. It's like learning a dance, and you learn the steps, and then, the choreographer shows you the dance. Well, you're still kind of separate from the dance because you're still learning the steps, but there's a part of you that every now and then when you learn a few steps, you do it seamlessly. So there's a part of you that's seamless right now, that's connected to the dance of life, the dance of your soul. And then there's a part of you that is still following the steps. The steps are challenging. Okay, so take baby steps in this level of awakening, this stage of awakening and soul alignment. Ooh, pay attention to your dreams, higher self messages. See, this is opening to the dream world, the dream state, intuition, meditation, guided imagery. What are the messages you're getting? The glimpses, the flashes of insight, the feelings. So you have to slow down to observe and feel and get the messages, get the downloads. Communicate, clear the air, write, talk, express, share. So part of perhaps what you're doing has to do with writing or talking, expressing. Maybe this could be journaling for some of you, voice notes, or maybe in the work that you do or want to do with your gifts, your soul gifts. So you're starting to connect more with your soul gifts. That's the other thing that's happening, okay? And you're meant to go for it. You're hunt it, track it down, go for it. Where are those opportunities? Where is the joy? Your passion, your joy, your excitement is your soul saying, go this way. That's the way the soul guides you. It's through passion, curiosity. It's not just happening by chance. It's the message is to follow your animal nature, your instinctual awareness. That's where our telepathy comes from, the instinctual awareness, what from your instincts feels right. You just have a gut knowing, a feeling about it. That's what you should follow through. And pay attention to your dreams, but I hear pay attention to the messages. Pay attention to what you're drawing in. Pay attention to what you see. I just saw over the camera like sparkles, like stardust. Very interesting. Just did it again. Okay, that's very, okay, this card. Knight of Pentacles. Well, there we go. Capricorn. So, planting seeds. Yes, baby steps. You've got it here. Baby, you're initiate. You're learning something new. Many of you are in some form of apprenticeship. You're learning something new. The Hermit. Your own light, your own intuition. The Sun. Hangman. Judgment. King of Pentacles, again, Capricorn energy. I know some people think Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. But that Knight to me is that small, it's progress, but it's movement that is slow. It's kind of sometimes tedious. It's bit by bit. It's step by step. It's baby steps like you got here. Remember, you got baby steps. So, oh, and here it is, climbing, Six of Wands. Hope you can see that. So yes, there is a claim, there is victory, there, you know, at this next level, you're going to make it, but it is baby steps. You're climbing, you're learning something new. You could be also transmuting, many of you transmuting lower level emotions or experiences to get to the higher level, or you're transmuting the energy of loss or fear or betrayal. And that energy now is being transmuted so that the energy is changing. The vibrational frequency of the energy changes, so then it requalifies. So the quality of the energy changes, or you could say the quality changes, and so it's at a higher vibrational frequency. So there's going to be stops along your path. This is not a quick part of the path for you. This is not easy, 1, 2, 3, here I am. It's steps, small steps. It's manifesting, creating this, and then it may be waiting, or maybe seem to go back to reinforce. You can't do all of it at once is what I'm hearing, but you are on the right track. So spend time, even doing like downward facing dog. I love doing that, or triangle pose in yoga, to get a new perspective. Hang upside down, there's devices, chiffons that you can do that. Just turn your head over and just get a different point of view. Look up while you're walking and then look down. Look around. Get different points of view, not just in your mind, but physically through your physical eyes. Walk in a different direction. Drive in a different direction. Move your furniture around. This is time to allow different perspectives to come in. That's going to help you in this stage of your awakening. That's going to help you also with the soul alignment and the ascension process, rising out above the extremes of polarity. So you're not stuck in the old or the new. You're not trying to push the new. You're fluid. All right. You're finding that third way for you. The way of spirit, the way of the soul. So take baby steps, trust yourself, pay attention to the messages you get, pay attention to the dreams. You are an initiate, you're an initiatory stage of awakening right now. You're learning so much. You're learning so much more. Some of you're learning a lot more, a lot that you didn't know. A lot of this learning is coming from within, your own self-discovery. Yes, something you have external teachers, you're learning from videos like this. You're just learning all the way around. But what's also really going to help you is to track down your desires. Use your desires to go for what you want. Because that's coming from the soul. That's going to help you align more to your soul. All right? Okay. All right. As I align to my soul, I manifest more of what I truly need and want. That's your soul awakening mantra. As I align to my soul, I draw in more of what I truly need and want. And I really want you to just track it down. Go for it. Go for it. Just allow yourself to just go for what it is that you want to create, what you want to experience. But baby steps, bit by bit, because you're learning a lot. You're learning something new. You're in an initiation phase. All right, Soul Light, thanks for being here and giving me the chance to tune in and share with you. I hope this resonates and perhaps brought some awareness, insight. And if you'd like to let me know how it resonated with you or how it unfolds, please leave me a comment in the comments section. All right, take good care.